Welcome to the lighter side of the dark side. It's your weekly freak show here on Renegade Radio. Also, Apple, Spotify, Stitcher, TuneIn, Deezer, wherever you're listening. It's the Dark Mark Show. Live in Hollywood, I'm Dark Mark, the goth comedian. And I'm trying to get this new camera working, and it seems to be working okay. Let me flip it around, give you something to really look at.
Hi.
That's my co-host. She's back.
I'm back.
2 weeks in a row.
2 weeks in a row.
Everybody's favorite vegan heavy metal DJ, Hannah Bach.
Howdy.
Yes.
We got a show for you tonight.
Oh, yes, we do. Because everybody knows I used to DJ at the Rainbow, and Saturday night I was partying with the girl to your left.
Ah.
Wasn't I?
Of course. I love it.
The beautiful, the scream, because you've always wanted to be a scream queen too.
I
In
did,
horror
yeah.
movies. Here's one right here. She's going to teach you how to do it. Maybe you guys will stream later on. This is the star of films from Bruce Lee, Fights Back from the Grave, up to and including Hollywood Warrioress, everything in between.
Yeah.
Deborah Dutch.
Oh my gosh. What an intro. I just love it.
Oh, what an outfit you're wearing. I'm just
Yeah, it's wonderful.
I'm working to 4K.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, I just wanted to dress up for you, Mark.
Oh, really? Well, we'll talk about that later. I'm getting a little distracted. We also have, now, Hannah,
Yes.
who would you say is one of our top 5 guests of all time?
Dangerous D.
There he is.
Oh,
He-
damn. Damn, I appreciate
there he is.
that.
He was
This is
on
my favorite show.
He was on once, and he all the stuff he did was
He was on once.
crazy.
I
fun.
almost killed one of your engineers.
Yeah, that's
I brought
right.
on crazy guests. I have a homie with me here tonight. We're gonna get wild tonight.
Tell us about your
We're gonna
homie,
have
because
fun. We're gonna have
I
fun.
actually booked the homie, and you tagged along, and I was glad to see it.
That's how it is. I originally he ride my coattails. Now I ride his. Yeah,
That's Cyrus
no,
Pynn.
but yeah, this is Sideshow Side. This is my homie. He's actually literally the official sword swallower for the Dangerous D Shock Show, the
Yeah.
one and only. Fantastic. As far as I'm concerned, best sword swallower on the planet right now.
Really?
Yeah, out of control.
Yeah.
Literally out of control.
Well, we're gonna
talk
find
about
out
it tonight.
Yeah, we're gonna find out what makes a good sword swallower and what makes a bad
Oh,
one.
yeah.
And we might talk to Cyrus too, because Deborah's here. But anyway, so we got before we get going. Oh, back on me again. Anyway, before we get going, Audible. Audible is still sponsoring us. Can you believe that?
Ooh,
That's
yes.
awesome.
Yeah, Audible's
awesome.
still sponsoring us.
You actually duped me into them.
No. Well, yeah.
You did. You got me. I had
Well,
no idea what
and
it was.
you don't-
I was
you-
on the show and I was like, hey, and we were talking about sideshow books.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, the sideshow book that you got was Secrets of the Sideshow by Joe Nickel,
Exactly.
and it was a good book.
It's fantastic. And
Stuff that you didn't know about.
Right. Exactly. I didn't really even know about that title, and then you
Right.
told me about it, and I'm like, wow, because I'm like a little punch drunk. I'm a little bit of an idiot, so I'm like, I should read a little more.
Yeah.
Little. Yeah. What's going on here? And,
Yeah, and with audiobooks, they do the work for you. They read for you. You just have to listen to it in the
That's what
car.
I'm saying.
Exactly.
Now you with me?
Well, here's the thing: when you did it 2 years ago or 3 years ago, when we had you on the show,
Yeah.
you got a free book and a free 30-day trial. What a deal!
Yeah.
Now you get a free book, free 30-day trial, and 2 Audible originals.
Son of a bitch! I'm gonna cancel my subscription and hop back on.
Yeah, Audible. You should do that
I'm saying
because audibletrial.com/DMS.
that's insane.
I'm going to say it again. audibletrial.com/DMS. Let me tell you 2 of the Audible originals you can get. And by the way, they also have, you work with Roger Corman, Deborah.
Oh, yeah.
They have a couple books on Roger. I don't know what's going on with the camera. There she is. They had a couple books on Roger Corman. They have a biography. But not only that, you get 2 Audible originals. One of the originals you can get, Hi Bob. Bob Newhart. 95 years old, or however old he is. Interviews up-and-coming comics like Will Ferrell, Sarah Silverman, Judd Apatow. Or maybe you're not into that. Maybe you're into continuing the Alien saga. There's all so many questions. They have an Audible.
Cyrus is into aliens. Look at his head.
You might be an alien. I don't know, but they have a continuation of the Alien saga, Alien Out of the Shadows. Rutger Hauer does one of the voices of the characters.
Oh, that's
Oh,
awesome.
Oh yeah, that's free, along with another Audible original. You don't have to get Bob Newhart, but why not? He's almost dead. And a book and a free 30-day trial if you go to audibletrial.com/DMS.
Nice.
Hannah's going to tell us about our other sponsor real quick.
Do Me's Home Cooking.
Yes.
Best vegan food in LA.
1652 Vine Street. There's also a new location in Culver City, which I wish I wrote down. There's also a location
The next Mex.
in Toronto, Canada, which I wrote down. Did we ever take you to Doomie's, Darren?
Actually, we did, didn't we?
I don't know if we did,
Was
but
that the night I ate all that Molly and I couldn't remember it?
I don't know. But they now have a new. See, everything's expanding since you've been here. They have a new Mexican restaurant next door. Vegan flautas. Can you imagine?
Really?
The biggest flautas I've ever had. The nachos were one of the. I'm not kidding. They were
Hey,
huge.
stop talking dirty to me. We just started.
No, I know. I'll bet you it'd be tough for you to swallow these flautas or something.
You'd be surprised.
and also the nachos were voted one of the 10 best nachos in LA by the LA Weekly, the only
Oh,
ones
that's
without
awesome.
meat.
That you sell me there.
Yes. So
That's
1652 Vine Street, you can get Next Mex or the regular Doomies. Go to Google, find out where the Culver City one is and the
City
and the
Terrace
Toronto
area.
one.
Do your own
Yeah.
fucking homework is what he's
Yes.
saying.
Just go to Doomies Home Cooking. Anyway.
Use your smartphone. Come on,
Yeah.
don't be lazy, kids.
Right. And anyway, speaking of smart, here she is, Deborah Dutch. I'm trying to get the cleavage in there. I don't know if I'll be able to do it. You come from a prominent family.
Yes, but I usually don't talk about that. But anything you want to ask me, it's kind of
Well, your great grandfather helped build the Brooklyn Bridge. Am I correct?
yes.
Yes. What? No. This is an aristocrat right here. No, we're going to talk about your movies. Don't worry about it. I just want to get a little.
Yeah,
I want to
drop
get a little
some knowledge. That's
context
fantastic.
for where we were. And your uncle was it your great uncle was an
My
esteemed actor?
uncle, yeah.
No, what I read, and correct me if I'm wrong. You were in a school play, and one of your relatives invited Agnes Moorhead.
My grandmother was friends with Agnes.
Agnes Moorhead from Bewitched, the mother from Bewitched, came to see your school play.
How did you know this? This is stuff.
I do research on all my female guests, extensive. Hannah will tell you I do extensive research on my female guests.
He does.
So, but you wanted Agnes Moorhead to see you.
No, I had nothing to do with it.
Oh, it's your grandma?
Grammy did.
Yeah.
Because they were good girlfriends,
Right.
My girlfriends mean everything to me.
Sure.
Well, same thing with my Grammy.
Yeah.
And she was friends with Agnes, and I was in high school, and
Right.
I was always a ballet dancer, and then
Right.
dancer, cheerleader, actress.
You were going to be a prima ballerina.
Yes, I was. And
You here, listen
well,
to this
you've
guy.
seen me do splits at the Rainbow.
I don't know. If
You
I-
haven't?
I have
Do
it.
a split right now.
my God.
Do a split. Do a split. Do a split. Do a split. Oh!
Okay.
Wait a second.
All right.
Make sure I get
With
the
my
whole
boots
thing.
on.
And you've been doing yoga since you were a kid, too.
I haven't even warmed up.
Okay.
Are you ready? But you got to get the
Sorry,
camera.
sorry.
Okay, hold on.
You ready for this?
Totally
Okay,
ready.
Make sure the gimbal's got it. Okay, hold on. one
Okay, here we go.
second. Gimbal's doing some weird stuff.
Holy shit!
Oh.
Whoa! Holy shit! Holy shit! Holy shit!
Hold on,
Holy shit! Oh! Fantastic!
Wait. I've got the whole shot right here.
Oh man!
That is
Holy
amazing.
smokes!
Yeah, her legs
is
all the way
unbelievable.
underneath my chair.
Unbelievable!
That was awesome.
I do it all the time.
So you're always warm.
Then if there was more room, I spin around, go down, go back up.
Push the table.
Wow.
out
It's
of
a
the way.
table, right?
Yeah, I love doing splits.
Oh man!
I-
You're a
I-
professional.
Got a swallower
I'll tell
and
ya.
a
Hannah, I think I'm in love.
Twitter.
What, this is amazing. So you were, but here's the thing: you were,
Yeah, and
you were a
you know
prima
what?
ballerina, and you got in a cheerleading accident.
No, oh yeah. What the heck? I even forgot about that.
Now, how do you get in a cheerleading accident?
Well, I can't believe you.
I've been immersing myself in Deborah Dutch all
Okay,
week.
well,
Wikipedia is a lovely
that's
tool.
one of the accidents that I've had in my life. I was teaching the young girls. I was like 15.
Okay.
So I was one of the captains of the cheerleader, I guess co-captain at that
Right.
time.
Okay.
And we had to audition all the girls who want to be cheerleaders.
Right.
So we have to teach them the cheers and everything.
Mm-hmm.
So I just did it was the most simplest thing. We were going bum, bum, and then it went down like this, with your pom-pom, and then up like this. A very simple cheerleading move. And I felt something funny when I went down on my knee.
So
And what happened was one little bone broke. but I didn't know about it.
Right.
It floated around my knee for 2 weeks, and it started tearing up the tendons and stuff. And I remember being in the bathroom, and my mother was trying to help me straighten my knee out, and it hurt so bad. So we went and got an X-ray because I just thought I pulled something, because it was such a silly little cheerleading move, and I jump and do all kind. I'm a cheerleader, gymnast.
Yes.
All that kind of stuff. And what happened was that little bone caused so much trouble in my knee that I had to go on a leg cast for a year.
Oh goodness.
So that was really a hassle for me, but I still did skateboarded and all this stuff with a full leg cast.
You skateboarded with a leg cast? Oh, that's crazy.
And
Crutches too,
snow
or
skied.
just
I'm from back east.
Yeah.
But I couldn't cheerlead.
Right.
And I couldn't dance. And after that, I was going to New York to be a professional ballerina because I thought that was my calling in life.
Right.
And after that, I still can do everything on my leg, but I couldn't do the 4 hours of toe every day
Right.
on the knee. So then I became strictly like a rock and roll dancer.
Oh, okay.
But I did do musical comedy. That's going back to Agnes Moorhead. I was in, I think she went to see me in West Side Story.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that was the play she wanted to see. Right. And my grandmother wanted to know if I had the talent to make it in show business because, it was, I guess I was a junior.
I know, based on this last 10 minutes, you have the talent to be in show business.
Because of the split mark. I know what men like. They love seeing women do splits. And a couple other things.
All the boys are smiling in the room right
Don't break it,
now.
Mama. Shake it, don't break it. That was free. That was free.
Goodness.
That was a freebie.
But anyway, so when Grammy came in and I insisted to go to public high school.
Right.
I don't want to say this, but Grammy wanted me to go to the Swiss finishing schools but I never wanted to do that stuff. I just wanted to be a regular, I didn't like being a debutante.
Right.
I did. It's beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
The whole cotillion balls and all that stuff when I was younger.
Right.
But all I wanted to do was rock and roll and, be with regular cool people, ride motorcycles and stuff like that. And you couldn't do that if you were, like too aristocratic.
Right.
And a lot of the, the aristocratic dudes, I always thought they were, I don't
They were
want to
square.
Boring.
Yeah.
lame.
Just
Of course. I always was after the tattooed bad boy with long hair.
Well, you and Hannah
Rock
have a
and
lot
roll.
in
We have a
common
lot in
there.
common right there.
So anyway,
So that's why you've been hanging out at the Rainbow for the last
a
however many
million years.
Yeah.
But anyway, so Grammy asked Miss Moorhead, after that. But when they went into the high school, my high school, public high school in Princeton, outside of Princeton,
Right.
New Jersey. Oh my gosh, everybody went completely nuts.
I can
Because that's when
imagine.
Bewitched was like really,
Yeah, I mean, if the mother
it
from
was
Bewitched
really
came to see,
it was really an experience, but it's the truth.
right. Oh, that's great. And then you got
She
your
told Grammy that I had talent.
and you were on your way. Now, when did you
I
hit
went to
LA?
New York. Well, I went to New York and got on Broadway and
Really?
yeah.
What
And
play?
I was in. Actually, one of my breaks was as Rosa in the Rose Tattoo, the young
okay.
girl who falls in love with the bad boy sailor.
Oh, typecasting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh boy. And then Mama, who I don't need to go into that story. It's
Right.
Tennessee Williams. It's really cool.
No, I'm familiar with
Chekhov. I
yeah.
did a Chekhov play.
Wow. Now, how do you go from Chekhov to Bruce Lee fights back from the grave?
Oh, okay. So I fell in love with a rock star, and
Do you
so
want to name names?
I was. Well, actually, you want to know?
Yeah, I want to know.
Well, he was produced by George Harrison, so I was hanging out with the Beatles. It's a
wow.
true story, and partied with them and everything. Paul McCartney passed me a joint. I thought I was gonna, have a conniption there. I mean, I went. Oh, okay, thanks, Paul. And I, oh.
I bet it was good shit.
I don't even remember back then.
It was good.
That's good shit. That means it's good
It was
shit.
probably fucking pubic hair, but it doesn't matter because Paul handed it to you.
It was his pubic.
I'd have smoked his cock if he handed it to me. Wait, all right, get that hand out.
But anyway, so he was produced by George.
Right.
And so they got a record deal out here. They were in London with Apple, and then they went over here, and then Richard Perry picked them up with A&M Records.
Okay.
And so I don't know if you guys remember them back in the day. They were called Lon and Derek Brother, and they did Wildfire, and they did Dance in the Dark, and I danced at the Roxy at the A&M record releasing
that
party.
the one? So they call him Wildfire. That one?
Yeah. And,
Oh, you dated that guy?
Yeah, and
Wow.
Well,
look at this. Look at this guy. Yeah.
well, I was pretty young and in love, but anyway, that's how I ended up out here. And so then, I just started going out in auditions, and this cool manager, I think he was like a mafia dude. His name was Guy something, but he was really cool.
Yeah.
He goes, "Okay, Debbie, you're really good, because you had to do monologues back in those days, to see if you knew how to act." And so,
It was a
You still do.
no, it was a pre-Weinstein days.
oh, okay, yeah. Oh, I could tell you stories about that stuff in this town.
Well, hold on, Debbie.
Oh,
hold
no,
on,
I'm
Debbie.
not even gonna go
No,
there.
you're gonna go there because we're gonna get
Oh,
there. But
no.
I don't want to. I don't want to neglect my
no.
other guests because I've got Dangerous D.
Speaking of bad boys,
And we got,
over
let me
here.
talk about some bad boys. We're gonna get back to that. We're gonna
Yeah,
get back
but
to.
that's how I got into Bruce Lee through Guy.
We're gonna talk about Bruce Lee.
Yeah,
No, because this is
like a mother.
this is a Bruce exploitation movie. You remember when Bruce Lee died and there was like Bruce Lie and Bruce Lay.
Right.
and
That's what I'm
right.
saying. I'm all about that.
Yeah, I love that.
Into that shit.
Yeah, like
We gotta write that one as soon as we get
I
into
watched it the other night. It was a very
this out.
right. You got to see this one. Like the opening of the movie, he comes out of the grave. The rest of the movie has nothing to do with it. But Debbie Dutch is there in her youth. How old were
Very
you when you
cute
did
outfit,
that?
by the way, in the
Huh?
movie.
How old were you when Bruce Lee?
I was basically 17, 18, something like that.
Right, which is amazing because you're
Yeah,
20,
so I
you're-
would go to the
you're 29 now, so
Yeah,
that's a
thank you. But I would go to the Rainbow. I was underage.
ooh.
Mario was so cool. I mean, I just love Rainbow because Derek would be recording all night, like producers or SIR or something, and I'd hang out and do my little background singing in the thing, and then Richard would put me in the little booth. He said, "Debbie, dance. The one you like the best, you dance to. That's going to be the next hit single." Cross my heart.
Wow.
And so I'd go in there
Can
and
you
I'd
cross your
dance.
heart
I go,
again?
"Oh, that
Yeah.
one's not good for
Dance
dancing,"
again, too.
because back in those days.
So you're like American Bandstand. You predicted the new song.
That's fantastic.
Well, I just danced the ones that I could feel
yes,
because I'm a dancer.
For it.
Yeah.
Music is for dancing. Actually, I mean it's for listening and enjoying. But basically, you get up and you jump around and dance, right?
Get up and do what?
Yep.
So
You
they
jump
would
around
put
and
me in
dance.
the booth, and they would say, Richard Perry. I don't know if you guys ever heard of him before, but he's like a producer. He produced Carly Simon,
Sure.
and Manhattan Transfer, a bunch of different groups. But anyway,
Not a lot of dancey groups, but yeah, they're good.
yeah.
But have you ever met these guys before? Dangerous D and
No.
because Dangerous D. First off,
wanna hear
we
all
got to
of
call you domesticated D.
That's what
That's
it
why
is.
you have not been on in a while.
Dangerous Daddy, yo, Dangerous
Dangerous
Daddy.
Daddy.
And this last year, 2018, you got married.
I
and
know. I
you
gotta
got a
say,
kid.
actually, this is the first time I've been like on air since all that nonsense took place.
Did you ever think that nonsense would happen? Now, I've known you ever since I've known you. You've been with Madeline, and so
Yeah, actually, she like floored me. I'm Italian, so I came from like a big family, type of thing. And family is important. I was like, yeah, eventually one day I get married, have kids, do the whole thing. Moved out to LA a couple years ago, in the entertainment business, doing what I'm doing, and it was like gung ho work.
Yeah.
I wasn't sidetracked by anything. You know what I mean? And she knocked me out. She floored me. So I put it.
and she's somebody that can floor people.
She's unbelievable. Oh, dude, she's unbelievable. So, I was an idiot. Mama didn't raise no fool. I locked it down real quick.
Right.
Bang, got it. But yeah, in the past couple months, we got married. We had a little boy.
Wow.
So yeah, it's insane. The first one. So
That's why I haven't hit you up because I always
yeah.
thought
Well,
you were
yeah.
busy
I gotta
changing
say,
diapers.
Oh man, seriously, dude, you have no idea, bro. No idea. I have a little tiny peanut, right? He's
Yeah.
Dean, my little buddy Dean Angelo, right? He's tiny,
Right.
tiny.
No, they tend to be at that
He
age.
craps like 20 times a day, like grown man shits.
Well, he's
Yeah, well, I
definitely
know.
your son.
Yeah,
Yeah, I was
that's
gonna
what
say,
I'm saying.
father
Your
like son.
bathroom usage tonight.
He's got those Italian bowels already, bro.
Yeah,
It's,
how
like,
many times
unbelievable.
did you shit today?
Me, 42.
Yeah,
42 times. And I actually just destroyed the bathroom in here
I can imagine.
before I came in. Yeah.
Luckily, there's a lot of
But
there's
no,
a
it's
lot of
crazy.
potpourri
Yeah.
in there, and
Yeah. So like seriously,
Tampons
like you
and-
know what I mean. My wife Madeline's the absolute best. I got a little boy Dean. He's awesome. So yeah, dangerous D, domesticated D, and I got about like I think like another week or two. He's 3 weeks old yesterday.
Yeah, congratulations.
So I have about another 2 or 3 weeks before I put him in the show.
I was going to say that this
I
is why
got a
gonna
few
be our
weeks,
next
then I put him in. His first birthday, instead of blowing his candles out, he's gonna eat the bitches.
And then you're gonna hang him from your ears.
That's what I'm saying. I'm swinging him around. That's how I put him to sleep. I rock him with my ear. I rock him.
Now, are you kidding? Or are you seriously?
No, I'm 100% serious.
I don't. At some reason, I
No, believe it. I've seen it.
you've seen him. You've seen him hang him from his ears.
People don't realize, like, until you get a baby, like the thing is, like, I don't work out often or whatever, but like, you know, like if, I'm physical and whatever, you know, I'm fairly strong.
Yeah.
So, but as soon as you get a baby, like, you don't like you realize you don't have baby muscles. Like you don't have the muscles to like hold a baby the way they need to be. Like your arms get tired in like 5 minutes.
Oh,
you know?
sure.
I could jerk off for like 4 hours, hold a baby for like literally 30 seconds. I'm like, what
Right.
the fuck, right? You know.
Right.
So you got to like work, you know, those specific muscles out. So I'm becoming like that where you get like that dad strength thing. So until I can work those muscles up, the strongest.
Because you already had the
part of
dad bod.
Well, you know what I'm saying. I did that on purpose. You know what I mean. I
Yeah.
think as soon as he was born, I got my first gray hair.
Nice.
I'm like 40 pounds overweight.
sure.
I eat 16 times a day,
Yeah.
and I drink a lot of beer, and I yell at people that walk on my lawn.
And you shit
It
42
just like
times a day. Yeah.
42 today. You know what I mean? But it's unbelievable. So my strongest part of my body are my ears. So I chain them up. I rock them.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good.
Wow.
I'm
What
telling
does
you, it's all
Madeline think
set.
of this?
What's that? She's sleeping.
Okay, she
Yeah,
better be.
she's sleeping. She doesn't
She
know.
better be.
It's probably the first time she's gonna hear of it.
Yeah, hopefully,
sleeping.
that's
She
to keep
doesn't
her away
know.
from this show. I don't know, but if people don't know, Dangerous D, he's been on the show before. If you know the Dark Mark show, you know him. But you have your shock show. Hannah saw you at Knotfest. You've been on Ozfest. You've been on all these things, and you have your shock performers. Now, what does somebody have to do to pass muster and be in your shock show? They have to be good. But what separates them from just your average?
You know what? It's actually that's a really good question because a lot of people hit me up and ask me that. I have over 200 performers that work for me
yeah.
legitimately throughout the year. This is what happens. And maybe it's wrong, maybe it's right. I don't know, but I came up from nothing. Like I moved out to LA 5 years ago with a book bag, $100, and like I bust in Venice. And now I'm married, I got a house. You know, I'm doing like the whole thing, and you know we're on Ozfest, all this nonsense. Wow. So long story short, I'll give anybody a shot.
Right.
You know what I mean? If you crawl up to me out of the gutter and you're like, "Hey, I could jump around and do something, and you know, to entertain," I'll give you a shot. One shot, you get it. If you impress the hell out of me and you're really good, I'll call you back.
Yeah.
And it's very, very rare that takes place. Very rare that happens. Like when I strip it down from 200 people, when I could say, "Hey, my elite cats that I know that I could send out, put my name on the Dangerous D Shock Show, and they are the best in the world," there's like 8 people.
And this is one of them.
Sitting next to me is one of them.
Now-
Cyrus Pynn, the
Cyrus
Dangerous D, the only one and only sword swallower in the Dangerous D Shock Show. This kid is
Nobody
fucking
else.
bananas.
Nobody else does sword swallowing.
Not one other person can touch a sword in the Shock Show because they can't hold a candle to this kid.
Now you're from Virginia.
Yeah, I'm from Virginia.
Second week in a row, we had Ophelia Rain, the adult film star from Virginia.
Oh, really?
Yeah, was here last week. So was your pal Ron Jeremy, but
Nah,
go back
yeah.
to last week's show. But so what led to you to start sword swallowing? Did you start with a knife? I mean, what happened?
I actually started. Yeah, right. Yeah, start smaller and then go bigger. Is that how it works? I don't know. No, I actually started off as a juggler, and
That's what I thought because I've seen you juggle too.
yeah, it's like I started off as a juggler, and then I came to realize that it was more entertaining, more dangerous juggling I did. It's either that or you're just good at juggling. And
What's dangerous juggling?
well, dangerous juggling, knives, fire, chainsaws.
Chainsaws.
I kid-
People, kids.
Kid you not, I've done it.
Yeah.
And then just dangerous juggling led to Sideshow, and the holy grail of Sideshow arts is sword swallowing, and I'm a sword fanatic, so.
Yeah, well, I can see that. You got your bag full of swords is over there.
Yeah, a golf bag full of swords. A golf bag was the best investment ever.
So around Virginia, is there a big market for this? Because
No.
D was in Baltimore, the only white person, and people saw him, and they're like, white people were fucking crazy just looking at the shit they did.
If I broke out a sword, they'd have handcuffed me and arrested. Like, I'd have been
Right,
done
right.
for. He was
Again?
Lucky. He was lucky. He was a hillbilly living in Virginia.
Yeah.
People around there rode up on their dirt bikes and they were like, "Holy shit! You could swallow them things and not kill people with them." I'm telling you, it was unbelievable.
That's,
but there was
wow,
there
that's
was
the
no
weirdest
market.
redneck I've ever heard in my life. But anyway, you were what the hell that was?
I love these guys.
Yeah.
Look, blame it on the beer. You're feeding me booze. God, you want me to do? I have like two accents that I can do. One of them is mine, and the other one is mine.
That was like half Family Guy, half Southern redneck. But anyway,
You drank a full 6-pack before you got here.
But, again,
dude, he just had a baby and he just got married. Well, I mean, if he's not going to drink now, when's he going to drink?
I was gonna say I've been very, very sober and very, very good. Tonight's my night out, but I'm also working. But I'm telling you right now, too, if I have to piss again, should I go up and go to the bathroom?
Yeah, just go ahead. Just go ahead. We got plenty. I'm going to make sure that
Your coffee.
I'm going to make sure that he swallows swords and that people do splits. And
Okay, just
Word.
do all the interesting stuff when you.
We'll keep it entertaining.
Sure.
So in Virginia and in the South, did you know other sideshow people doing it, or you just
No.
were? Okay.
No, I learned all this from scratch, so
Right.
to speak.
Right.
Like, yeah, I had no mentors, no sideshow friends. I mean, I had some magician friends that like had some slight interest in sideshow.
Right.
But yeah, no full-on sideshow artists. As then this guy popped up with a gig in California.
Is that
I mean,
what happened?
actually, it was funny because you know what? I started on the East Coast in Maryland, Baltimore, Annapolis, D.C. I went to Virginia Beach, Delaware, like Vermont to Florida. Me and a buddy of mine, Chris Scarborough, hit it all, and we hit the ground running. It's because the entertainment business, there's only like 20 people out there doing that kind of shit. So everybody knew who everybody, whether you're friends or not, you knew like what was going on. But there also wasn't really a market for it. People weren't knocking down doors for sword swallowers. So we used to have to like fight to get in. So you kind of like, you figure out and develop like that situation and how that works and where everybody's at. And then what happens is I come out here and I put on like this big show.
Right.
You know, I never heard of him. I finally I went from performing myself in clubs with like 2 or 3 people to getting the Ozfest contract where we broke a record, the world record for the largest traveling circus.
It was like 50 people, wasn't it?
It was like 52 people that performed on stage at the same time, all doing like sideshow, right?
That's great.
So we get on this thing. So I get like thousands of submissions when I put a post up, hey, I'm looking for these guys. He's one of them that files in. So he stands out and like whatever the case. Me, I think he's living in L.A. and he's like a local guy. He's been doing this forever. And you know, you go to Facebook and you look at a photo and like, all right, well, send me a video. Everything, you know, looks cool. Right. So sure enough, he's still on the East Coast and I'm on the West. So I come out to Ozfest and do this thing. He came out, killed it, did a great job.
Right.
Fantastic sword swallow, but also good at talking. I was like, hey, man, let's do some more shit. And he's like, oh, well, I'm living in Virginia. I'm like, holy shit! Like,
yeah, how did you find out about him?
Yeah, you can't do this every week. Like, you got to get the fuck out of here. You know?
Yeah, he and I had a mutual friend on the East Coast up in DC, and she sent me a flyer or his talent wanted flyer, and I hit him up from there.
Right. Well, speaking of talents, let's see some of your talents.
Let's get it.
Had us chomping at the bit to see you swallow something.
Oh yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yes.
This is
Okay, so this is
I'm gonna like back up.
Now here's the interesting thing is because like this is part of like my education there. I learned that one could swallow a sword sitting down as well as standing up, is because you sit straighter than you stand.
So it's easier that way.
I wouldn't say it's easier, but it's
it could
it's
be
possible.
done. Yeah.
Okay.
There you go.
Now, before you do this, I'm assuming that you're going to lick the sword.
Yeah, it's an entertainment business, so you got to lick it before you stick it.
No, but is there anything? No, is there anything that does that help?
It does help. It is possible to do it au natural.
So there is a little lubrication that you're.
Yeah, lubrication also warms up the blade a little bit to get to my body temperature, so it's not as much of a shock when it starts to go down my throat. But yeah, it does make it more slippery.
Okay, let's. I think we're gonna check this out.
Everybody's standing back like I'm gonna explode or something.
I'm just trying to get this
It's not
all.
a fucking Gallagher show. What the fuck is it? But just so everybody knows, and yeah, he's gonna stick this in. But you can feel in here. I mean, like, this is a real sword.
Oh no.
Doesn't bend, fold, retract into the handle. This is like you know what I mean?
That's like some Game of
I
Thrones
could kill
shit.
the engineer with this fucking thing right now if I wanted to. What's your name again? Molly?
Morgan.
Molly, shut up. Yeah. You
How
can take
dare
this.
you.
You feel me? So this is real. I mean, a lot
Her
of
name's
people.
Morgan. How dare you?
See, feel the weight, right?
No, that's a real sword.
Right?
That's a real sword. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, legit things.
See, look, he wants to give it to me so fast. He's like, get this fucking thing away. It's real. 100%
And it's
real.
a
And it's going to
beautiful-
go down the hatch without a scratch.
And that's
That's
a
what they say.
beautiful sword. Can I ask real quick? Is that like?
Are you talking about a sword or something else here?
Is that a particular era or? Anything?
It is. He killed the Pope and stole that sword from him.
Okay.
He did. That's right.
If I'm gonna have a pass, I prefer it to be multiple choice.
All right, here we go.
All right, here we go. Down the hatch without a scratch.
Oh, fuck. You. Oh, wow. How about that? How about
give a
that?
hand, everybody.
Yeah, make a little noise.
Oh
make a
my
little
God,
noise.
that was gorgeous.
Wow.
That was freaking amazing.
How's it
You do
taste?
at a
So
time.
Metallic or?
It tastes metallic and it smells like shit.
Oh wow!
Afterwards,
What are you
anyway.
sticking up Darren's ass? What's going on?
Well,
with
that's
this?
it.
No,
because
my
I
own.
told you, right?
Oh, nice. Do you do that too? Is that
How far does it go down?
that pays extra.
Show her. How far does it go down?
Yeah,
It
how
goes
far
all
does it
the
go
way-
down? Let's
it goes
see
all
this.
the way.
This one in particular.
Oh, okay.
Goes down that far.
Wow.
Oh
That's about
my
put myself
God.
right there.
Wow. Do you ever get cut yourself?
He has before, but you know what?
Yeah,
You know
I
what?
have.
Why don't you show him something? Because you know what? I could tell. Maybe out there, people are, skeptical. Like, what the fuck? Why don't you show him something? He's got a lot of swords in his bag.
Yeah, indeed.
And no joke, this is why I'm not just, like, blowing smoke. This is why he's the best sword swallower in the world. Why don't you pull out the Big Daddy?
Big Daddy. This Big Daddy?
Yeah, why don't you pull that out?
Let me see
This
that.
one's everybody's favorite,
Why
right?
don't you show
Oh
them that?
my God.
Okay? You're asking how far it goes down,
Oh
what he can do.
my.
Why don't you hand that to the lovely lady over there? Let her see that this is real.
Yeah,
Well,
hand
you
on,
know, I
because
have a movie
that sucker's
that I
heavy.
produced and
I
wrote
know, you
called
were the
The
star
Hollywood
of Conan,
Warrioress.
I remember.
So,
Look at
I had to work with swords people to
Oh,
learn
yes.
how to.
That's the Hollywood Warrioress. Right?
Yeah, I have
So you know that's real,
Oh my
right?
God,
100% real
this
heavy
is
handle, right?
amazing.
Right?
I'm telling you, if I get
Something
money
else.
for the second episode, I want you guys to come on
Please.
with the swords.
I'm all about it.
Yeah, I'll show you.
You
after
let us
the
know,
show,
that's
I'll show
right.
you the
I do
movie.
sword play as
It's
well as sword
already out.
swallowing.
That's
I mean,
right. After the show, you
I
show me
haven't
your
learned,
sword.
But I mean,
all right,
this is awesome. I
That's
mean,
wild. So,
I just feel like this is so mystic.
right?
Yes.
It is, and that's why this
That
has
we're all
been around
connected.
forever
I
and will
mean, it's
continue to be.
unbelievable.
And no matter how you spin it, it's 100% real, and it's unfreaking believable to watch. So it is one thing to take that sword that you just saw. It's another thing now. You see the weight of this, the size of this. Not only
You
that,
felt the weight
explain
of
to them-
this.
Explain to them the grooves in this. Explain to them what happens when you actually do this. You know this is one. There's no gags, no tricks, no illusions.
Because it's
this
not,
is fucking
it's not
real,
a straight
man.
blade. It's curved.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's what we call a flamberge. It has a wavy blade to it, so whenever I swallow it, if you watch closely, you can actually see my throat wiggle as it goes in and as it comes out.
Oh, I can't
Oh
wait for
my
that.
God.
Yeah.
That's what he said last night. But anyway.
See,
Ribbed
go
for
ahead.
your pleasure.
There you go.
All right, here we go.
Oh, he's licking it. And he's sticking it.
Boom, boom. Watch that Adam's apple. Watch this. Watch this. Watch this. Bang, 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 bang. Oh!
Oh! Give him a hand again, please.
Oh
There
my God, magnificent.
Now it's funny because you see, of all the stuff that you do, and you put mouse traps on your tongue, you do all sorts of stuff.
Oh, yeah, the
you
mousetrap
seem a little
thing.
queasy watching that.
Not even queasy. It's like, fuck, man, because
Because he's tried.
yeah, we've had some sessions and stuff, and I know what it takes and like what your body feels to go through this.
Because I was going to
And,
ask if you've ever done it.
Yeah, I've gotten a sword down a few times, coat hanger stuff.
teaching
And
him.
yeah, I mean, and I know what it takes, and for him to drop a sword like that, ribbed that way, that size, that fast, that easily, and literally like pull it out like that and not lacerate. I mean, literally not cut something. It's fucking awesome. And I'm a fan first and a performer second. Like, I got into Cydeshow and into this shit because I thought it was awesome.
Right.
Now I'm performing and hanging out and literally, like, booking shows with,
So
like,
the first
not
time
only
you saw
my
him
homies,
like
but
with the sword swallowing,
I'd seen sword swallowing before. I absolutely have.
Yeah, your buddy Chris would do it.
My buddy Chris, and I saw a lot of people on the East Coast. I've seen it before a million times, but being able to talk and being a character and charismatic and entertaining,
Right.
but also the array, and that's kind of what leads into the show where we wanted to talk about Down the Hatch, his solo show coming up.
Right.
You go and you see a sword swallower. They have 1 or 2 swords. They do their thing. This guy has a sword sitting in that bag with an 80-degree curve on that thing. It's like a half a moon. When he swallows this thing,
Oh my God.
he has to turn his entire body to fit perfectly the shape
Wow.
of that degree. Otherwise,
Wow.
they'll shoot out the side of his ribs. There's no fucking jokes about this.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I can't. I look forward to seeing it.
Young bucks like this are not doing shit like this because it's impossible. You
Right.
can have a dude go on America's Got Talent, swallow a sword, and fly down a pole because he's been pole dancing his whole life.
Right.
Give him one of these things, you have to change his diaper.
Right.
I'm telling you. That's why his solo show that's coming up, Down the Hatch, you will see everything from the beginning to the end.
I can't wait to see it.
No sword swallowers come out and said, hey, look, This is how I got into it. This is how I started. And this is what I started with, and this is where the fuck I ended up.
Right.
You know what I mean? And I'm telling you, that bag is dangerous. So
Did you start with a hanger like everybody else, or did you start with a sword? I was kidding about the knife thing.
Yeah, right. It's like actually no, I started with a sword.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
you dove right in.
Yeah, I had no
Would
idea.
you recommend that for all of our aspiring swords followers?
No.
No. I recommend if anybody out there listening wants to learn how to swallow swords, I recommend you email me at darrenmalfi@gmail.com and I'll hook your ass up proper so you don't die.
Darren,
I've done that for a couple
I
people.
don't think I've ever asked you of all the times that you were on America's Got Talent.
I was.
How did you not get past? What happened?
I was. Actually, I did.
Or did you get past?
I did pretty good, but you know what it was, and I don't want to be that guy, but it was really one of those things where, and I even knew going into it, I wasn't going to win it. Like, they want little kids or, like, you know what I mean, a couple, you know, this type of stuff. So they use Sideshow and Magic and stuff as, like, a spectacle to, like, boost ratings for highlight reels and stuff.
Right.
So I knew that going into it. So basically, the casting director hit me up and said, hey, I saw you doing this one thing. You think it'd be cool? So the bit that I came up with to start was I do the thing where I slide my body through the, you know, the tennis racket.
Right.
And then I get halfway down and I'm stuck, and I take the zip tie, do the human hourglass.
Oh yeah,
zip it
human
up,
hourglass. Yeah.
and I drop it down. So I combined the two, and then what I did was I set the tennis racket on fire and did it.
Wow.
And then I ate it out, right? So, make a long story short, I came on, and everything that could, like, go wrong for a performer went wrong. Like, they put my stuff in the wrong spot. The mic was the wrong, the song was wrong. The tech was too, you know what I mean? So I came out and I did my thing, and the funniest thing about it was I got past a couple rounds, and then I get to the round, I'm doing that thing and
On TV.
that stunt, and it's Howard Stern,
Right.
Howie Mandel, the Spice chick,
Mel B.
right, and then Klum, Heidi Klum, right.
Who's so talented herself.
Right. Yeah, she's unbelievable. So we come on. So sure enough, I get down. I'm doing my thing, and I'm 15 seconds in. I get to the zip tie thing. Boom! I pull the zip tie. And what's it? Mel B? Is that what it?
Right.
Boom! She hits the button. Bang! What the? She like about to throw up.
I can see that.
Yeah, she turns around.
They can't stand it.
Then Howie Mandel. Bang! Boom! Oh my God! What the? Then Howard Stern's looking at me. He's kind of going, and boom! He buzzes me. Then I finish my whole. Klum never buzzed me. I go through the whole thing. I finish, but I eat the fire, whatever.
Right.
So then we finish up, and then they're doing the bit where they talk to you. So how Mel B buzzed first. She says, you know, it was just absolutely disgusting. I just couldn't look at it. I don't see. Same thing. Oh, this is just gross. Like, I don't even want to know. I don't even know what's going on. Right. So then Howard Stern's like, look, man. He's like, the stunt was fucking cool. He's like, I know Sideshow guys and I know shit like this. He's like, but I got to tell you, you're not likable.
What?
Right? He's like,
Oh,
he's
that's
like,
Howard
yeah.
Stern
He's
said
like,
that
he
to
says to
you.
me, he's like, your character and your personality, you're just not a likable person. I'm like, wait a minute, dude.
Yeah.
I'm like, you mean to tell me the most hated motherfucker in the world is? And so then I'm clicking back to, and this is why I'm going full circle. So I knew I wasn't going to win this thing. Mm-hmm. So right before I go on, I pull one of the casting directors aside. I say, hey, look, I'm not going to win this, but what's going to get me like a lot of camera time?
Right.
Like, she said, seriously, if you go out there and you argue with them and you scream and curse, they'll put you in every fucking highlight reel.
Great.
So I come out, sure enough, Howard Stern, and I'm like, you mean to tell me, you stupid fucking Jew, that the most hated motherfucker in the world, you're talking to you can't lie. I said, I was born in New York, raised in Baltimore, now I'm stomping around LA like a fucking little Godzilla. I'll jump over this counter, I'll fucking choke you and shove some meatballs down your fucking throat. And they were just they were like, get this guy the fuck out of here. They cut my music, they pulled me off. Heidi Klum was like, wait a minute. She didn't get a chance.
She liked it, yeah.
They pulled me off, and they used my shit. They never aired my full performance.
Right.
They used my shit for every commercial, every highlight reel,
sure.
their website, over and over and over and over again. And then the cool part was, for the next year, the casting director called me back and said, hey, you were fantastic, you were great. I'm not asking you to come back on the show, but we want to hire you to come out and film the commercial for the next year. We want you,
great.
yeah, come down to the theater. Come down. We want you to spin the balls and do your whole freaking thing or whatever. Yeah. And they hired me for big bucks to come out and film their thing afterwards or whatever. And
That's great,
dude. It was fucking hilarious.
And is that how Ozfest? Is that how you got on their radar?
No, I think that helped because I was able to put that on and say, hey, I was on America's Got Talent. Right. But I think the Ozfest thing, I got on their radar because I was lucky enough to jump on that Rob Zombie thing a little while ago.
Right.
And that's kind of,
right. Rob Zombie had his Great American Nightmare.
Yeah, which bridged the gap. You know what I mean?
Right.
But
yeah. Speaking of Great American Nightmare, you were talking about Harvey Weinstein, and
nice segue.
I take him where I could get him. You remember you were talking about Harvey Weinstein?
No. actually, I never encountered Harvey Weinstein, but
Yeah. Roger Corman, though.
Roger Corman, oh, absolutely. But he's a total gentleman. Total gentleman. But what I was going to bring up was that, when I first came to this town, let me tell you,
Yeah,
everything.
you want to get close to the mic there.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry.
That's okay. Yeah, go ahead.
All those stories are so true.
Casting couches.
Oh my gosh, it's unbelievable.
Well, I also read that after Bruce Lee fights back from the grave, which is a Korean guy, that's the main guy.
Jun Chong.
And I guess it was filmed by Koreans. Now, let me ask you, because it's one of these kung fu movies that's badly dubbed.
Oh.
You gotta love those.
And you are badly dubbed.
Oh yeah.
Now, were you speaking Korean or English?
No, I was speaking English. What happened was, back in those days, they pirated films.
Yeah.
So there was when they went back to Korea, somebody, I think it was Japan, pirated it and dubbed the movie. And then there was this big legal fight and everything else. And I never knew anything that was going on. And then a friend of mine was in New York, in Times Square, and he calls me on the phone and he goes, Debbie, there's a big billboard of you out in Times Square. And I go, what? And he goes, yeah. And he says, I went in to watch the matinee and all these drunks are hooting and hollering while you run across the screen because you're bouncing all over the place. And I go, oh my gosh, that's hilarious.
Well, weren't you offered a 4-picture deal with a Korean company?
5-picture deal.
5-picture deal.
Wow.
Yeah, 5-picture deal.
You would have
because
been,
it was a
the
big
queen
hit.
of Korea.
Yeah, it was a big hit. I became a star in Korea, and but it was just so difficult because I did all my own stunts, and let me tell you, I thought I was going to die in the one stunt. If you remember that old Lincoln Continental coming down the hill,
Sure,
and I
yeah.
had to do a donut and everything, I did that.
You were the stunt driver on Bruce Lee.
Oh yeah,
Fights
but
Back
that Lincoln Continental was also the taxi in it. It was this. They just took the
That
car,
one car.
and painted it to make it. It was hilarious, but there was nothing inside the car. So here I am sitting, and as you can see, I'm a very petite woman.
Oh, I can see.
Right. But I mean, I could barely. I'm trying to drive this old Lincoln Continental with the thing and the steep hill and Agora Hills. He said, they go, faster, faster. Nobody spoke any English, And so here I am.
They weren't saying faster. They said stop, stop, stop.
They
You just couldn't understand.
No, they said, more dust, more dust. When I got down, he said, stomp on the brake, and
Right.
the car had to spin
Oh,
around, and
wow.
the dust go up. And here I am. There's no seat in it. The big wheel. I could barely see over the thing. And of course, being so young and I wanted to be a movie star, I just was doing everything they told me to do. But I swear, I could have been killed in that one so
sounds
fast.
scary.
Did they have somebody show you what to do? They just said do this.
They just said, do it.
Oh man,
So you wouldn't do that now?
like you, man.
That's unbelievable.
Because because I'm filming a movie, Dark Mark Fights Back from the Grave. You wouldn't do that now if I cast you in a movie?
Yeah, I
Fuck
would.
yeah,
But
she'd be
Do
teaching cats how to do it too.
Stunt
hey,
doubles
listen,
over here.
by now I'm a
Sure.
pro at all this stuff.
I look just
I,
like you.
I
I'm
ended
just
up
not
doing
double.
all my own stunts, and I actually have gotten hired, like on the movie with, it was Tully Savalas' last film with Richard Roundback, Roundtree, and it's called Mind Twister.
Mind Twister, yeah.
Yeah.
You got to see that. This is the most fun IMDb page you'll ever see. 'Cause You
Anyway.
were in so many movies. 976 Evil 2. You were in.
But in Mind Twister, when I was interviewed, well, I didn't even really have to audition because the director was friends with this director that I work with Roger Corman a lot, Jim Wynorski, and they knew my work. They knew I always showed up on time. I mean, that's basically what you got to do to make it in the movies. Be good, know your lines, show up, and don't cause a problem.
Wow, that's like a lot of shit to do.
Yeah, I mean,
right.
it's
I've
like
heard
That's a little too much for
yeah.
Dangerous Dave.
We've been there.
right. But I mean, if you do that and everybody likes you, you just get
So
hired.
what's the number? How many films have you fucking been in? How many films?
Well, I was just on a TV.
You can even ham it up, fishtail, round it. I don't care. I'll
If
believe
you
either
want to
way,
hear
but
something, I
how
really
many
don't
films?
know. And I was
Yes.
on this TV interview yesterday, and they had all these cameras around and whatnot. And so for this movie that I'm coming out in now called Night Mistress, and
Night Mistress.
Ooh.
yeah, it's really good.
Funny, Dark Mark already owns
The
BitTorrent.
producer or or the TV people that were interviewing me go, oh, so I see you've been in over 200 films. And I go,
Wow.
200? And I said, oh, okay.
Yeah, we thought it was 300.
No, I think it's 200, I guess.
Yeah, that seems right because you were in a lot, and you were on an episode of Miami Vice.
Oh, yeah.
You were on
Several.
the
Yeah,
the
so I
Goldie
was
Hawn
swimming
movie,
in the pool.
Goldie Hawn.
I was swimming in the pool at the Alexander and Miami Beach with Christy Brinkley.
Really?
So over 200 films. That is
in
unbelievable.
front of Don Johnson and all the gang.
Oh, no, Don Johnson wasn't at the pool.
Oh, okay.
Billy Joel was.
Oh, wait a second. What is
What?
this? Oh, wait a second. Billy
Yeah.
Joel and
Billy
Chrissy.
Joel? I've gotten in fistfights
Man,
over this.
You seem to party with soft rock royalty. This is amazing.
Yeah.
Now you're gonna tell me stories about doing blow with Gordon Lightfoot or something. I don't know what's going on.
We need to get her book written.
No, I know you got a
I've been
book.
thinking about that.
No, but what movie do you think was the one where you became an official scream queen?
Okay, that had to be Sorority Girls and the Creature from Hell.
Yes, I've seen that one, and there was a sequel that
No,
they
you're
actually renamed because Die Hard was big, so they called it Hard to Die.
Yeah, but that's not Sorority Girls. That was Sorority House Massacre.
Right.
And the sequel to that was Hard to Die. And that was my breakout film.
Right.
Jim Wynorski wrote the part for me. And
But it was a
Jackie
semi
Webster.
sequel, right?
It was a sequel to Sorority Girls. It's Sorority House Massacre.
Right.
Okay, I wasn't in Sorority House Massacre.
Okay.
I was in Sorority Girls and the Creature from Hell.
Okay.
That's a totally different deal.
There's a lot of sorority girls running around.
But what happened was it got picked up by USA Up All Night. I don't know if you
I
remember.
remember
yeah.
that.
Oh, yeah.
Rhonda Shears and Gilbert Godfrey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All
yeah.
night.
And they
Those were the
played
days.
it at least 1 or 2 Saturday nights a month for a couple years. And I star in it. And what happened was the people that saw Scream Queens, owned Scream Queens at the time. It was a big deal in the early 90s. They contacted me to be a Scream Queen because of that movie. And then with Hard to Die coming out was such a huge hit.
Right.
And then after that, I was in Dinosaur Island, Haunting Umbrella.
Sure.
You know, all those movies.
Are you a good screamer?
Yeah, I'm pretty good. But
What about in the movie?
What's the technique?
well, you know, it's funny because I've screamed so much in my career that I'm actually hoarse.
You don't have to scream, but
No, I can
Hannah,
scream.
Hannah wants to be a scream queen.
Whoa.
Oh.
And then if you want, the last screams that I did in the movies was with Meat Hook Massacre.
Meat Hook
2.
Massacre 2.
Oh my gosh!
Wait, what was
Movie
the
about
title?
Mark.
Meat Hook Massacre 2.
It's so good. It's a young filmmaker.
I saw the trailer.
And it was filmed in
We need to see these
Nebraska.
movies.
It was fantastic. I play Annie Deb, but she's sexy and she seduces the
It's
cute
kind of a
young
Texas
dudes.
Chainsaw Massacre
Yeah.
sort of
Oh, it's so
takeoff.
good. And so I scream in that, but it's an orgasmic scream.
Could you
The
do
fellows
one
would
of
like to
those?
hear that.
I kind of have to get into character for that.
All right,
Please
well,
do.
maybe-
Come on,
well, wait a
Mark.
second. We'll
It's
get
like-
back to the guy.
Character. Oh. Amens.
I'm glad I made eye
Amen.
contact
But
on
it's
that
fun, you know, it's fun. But I mean, I was you know, that kind of thing.
one. Meat Hook Massacre 2. So let's get back to
I
the
love your life.
Wow.
No, you'd
Wow,
be
indeed.
perfect. You would be perfect for a scream queen.
Oh, thank you.
Well, hard to follow up on that one.
Yeah. Can you scream, Hannah? Is there? What's your best scream? We'll have Debbie.
Me,
Deborah.
my best. I'm not going to do it.
Need me to
No,
pinch it?
scream.
No.
You
She'll
make a
critique you.
great scream. Too bad you
I'm
went back.
putting on the spot right now. I'm shy.
You want to be a horror actress? Anyway, maybe these guys will make you scream. So, no,
He's been known to do
I'll
that.
bet- I'll bet- yeah, I'll
You
bet- I'll
would
bet they're
know.
good.
Cyrus been known to do that.
Yeah. So last we left off. So you impressed him with your story. So you were still living in Virginia. You came out, and I mean, you were on. This was on Ozfest the first time you did this.
Yeah, it was Ozfest. That was my first gig out here. It was my first trip to California, and it was my first time meeting Dangerous D here. He's the one that hired me out here.
That's a pretty good first gig.
Oh, it was a great first gig. It was it was one of those steps to finalize my decision to move out here.
Right.
And it really was just like a thing where he came out, and it's like, you have like 60 performers at one event. A couple people stand out with shit that they do. You know what I mean? And it wasn't just the sword swallowing.
D always stands out.
Right.
Was that what Kat Von D was stapling a $100 bill to your dick? Or
she was the one that didn't. Tommy Lee did it. She wouldn't do it.
Oh, okay, that's right.
Yeah, I'm like, you're a tattoo
honorable
artist.
lady.
She wouldn't do it.
Yeah.
She wouldn't,
So, but I mean, you not only do you get to see Ozfest for free, you get to perform on it.
Exactly.
That's awesome.
And I'm sure the groupies weren't too shabby.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was one of the best weekends of my life.
Oh!
Not because of that.
Yeah,
but-
whatever. Yeah, whatever.
You were swallowing more than swords that weekend, is what you're saying.
Oh, you have no idea,
I
brother?
wasn't.
You have no idea, brother.
He was given lessons.
That's right.
So this was what, 2 years ago? Or?
Yeah, it was about 2 years ago.
3, right?
3?
Was it 3?
No, two, almost 3.
All right. Yeah,
So what is it about this guy that stands out besides the sword stuff?
Well, like I said, you look at a bunch of different things, and really, what it wasn't like I was like, "Hey, I'm gonna take you under my wing," and this whole fucking thing. I was like, "Dude, you're good at performing. You have good skills," because he does, along with sword swallowing, circus skills, whip cracking, juggling. I mean, balancing.
I've seen
He does
all
tons
that,
of shit. I mean, he's that guy that can pick anything up, and he's good at it. But and he was able to talk. He had a good look, a good vibe. He's young, good-looking kid, in good shape. So I said, "Hey, if you really want to make some money," and this is what I said, because this is what I did. I said, if you really want to make some money and do your thing, you have a one-up on everybody. You're a sword swallower. They need that for TV shows and different shit out here in L.A. Get the fuck out of Virginia. You know what I mean? There's nothing. I was from Maryland. We were neighbors. There's nothing. Get the fuck out of there. Come out here. Check it out. Give it a try. If stuff works and stuff builds up, stay. If not, pack up and go the fuck home. What do you have to lose? I told him, I said, hey, you could squat on my joint. I got a room, stay in my place.
Sure.
You don't have to pay rent, hang out, see if it works. If it doesn't work, go home, whatever. But you got to work for me, man. I'll show you the ropes and what we're doing. And next thing you know, it snowballed, and he picked it up and bit on so fast. He packed up, he moved out here. We worked together. And now, me, him, and a good buddy of mine, who's actually his roommate right now, my buddy Killmeister, he's the strongman in my show.
Killmeister.
Big, huge, fucking professional wrestling, tattooed clown motherfucker is the strongman in my show.
Right.
So, been working with, and the three of us have a good show with just the three of us put together where it's bananas. So I'm still doing like the big shows with everybody, the shock show. I do my own stuff, and then the three of us have been doing a lot, and that's where it trickled down into the show we're talking about.
How did you end up producing this theater show?
Well, basically, he was working on a solo show.
Right.
He was, Cyrus was working on a solo show for a while. We talked about it before he started writing it, and he was kind of like not secretive about it, but he was kind of like doing his own thing and like figuring it out. So we were performing a lot. I mean, we were on the road. We went to Ohio together. We were like all over the place. So he's always like typing in his fucking thing, And I'm like, what the fuck? He's like, oh, I'm working on my script, my show. I'm like, well, let me read it, a thing over there.
No.
Well, let me see. I'm like, so he finally puts this thing together, and he's like, he hits me up one day out of the blue, and he's like, I got this show, the solo show I'm doing. I got the date book, the venue, the whole thing. Boom, we're ready to rock and roll. I'm ready to do this. So I'm like, dope, man. Fucking, do you need help with anything? He's like, oh no, look, I'm gonna knock this out. So then we talked a little bit, and I saw certain things happen. I said, hey, well, I'll tell you what. I think you need a little help getting this all, getting it rocking and rolling and making it happen.
Right.
I'll jump on. I'll help you produce the show, but you got to blow me.
Right.
And he said, okay.
Well, here's the sword swallow.
That's a stretch of the truth, but sure.
No, but yeah, I mean, basically because it went from him like
the stress of getting married and having a new child.
Yeah,
I know how it could be.
Entertainment
just
business.
before it.
But no, I mean, it went from me hiring him as like a kid that came out and worked for me as a show. We got to really know each other. I mean, we fucking lived together. We became like best friends.
Right.
Became homies. So at that point, he said, hey, I'm putting on this solo show. I want to do this, and this is the look and the feel and everything I want to do. You know what I mean? I need some help. Yeah, I need some help. I said, sure. So it's called Down the Hatch.
Wow.
Tale of a Sword Swallower.
That's right. Tale of a Sword
Is
Swallower.
this going to be like an hour show?
Yeah, an hour and a half show.
And it's literally one night only. Like, this is not a touring show, a monthly show, something you can see him do regularly at any of his other events. This is the only night you are going to see everything from beginning to end, top to bottom, left to right, of this young buck who is doing something. I mean, when sword swallowing is at its peak, this dude was like 40 years not even alive yet.
Sure.
Wow.
You feel me?
Yeah.
All these years coming back to have a young dude like this keep this tradition and keep this. I mean, this is American. This is real.
When was
This is
sword
the real
swallowing's
thing.
peak years?
Dude, like in the 30s, homie.
Yeah.
Yeah, 30s,
Yeah.
40s, somewhere in there. When the
30s,
sideshows
40s.
were really alive.
When Barnum and Bailey were traveling around knocking it out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right.
And this is something where a dying art, kids today, millennials, this is that, social media, certain things fall by, even the circus, fall by the wayside and stuff.
Oh,
Sadly.
yeah.
This young kid is keeping this thing alive, doing it traditionally, doing it the real way, and showing something again where it is. Because you know what? Even with YouTube, social media, and this and that, it's human nature, man. Like, if there's a car accident and you're driving by it, you're going to stop and take a look. You're not going to film it and then look at it later.
Right.
It's human nature. Because you know what? When normal people look at something fucked up and weird, they can define themselves against that as normal.
Yeah.
So it's human nature to
Trust
see
me,
that.
I've never felt more normal in my life.
Right? So instead of seeing this on TV or YouTube, you can get 5 feet away from this guy and do it. And you know what? There's doubts, there's whatever. You will see that. You've heard about it. It's American tradition. Now you can say, you know what? I went to the show and I saw a sword swallower for real.
Well, actually, the last time I saw you, D, before you were domesticated, you offered to give me a tattoo because you're a tattoo artist as well.
That's right.
Did you give him a tattoo?
He has given me 2.
I have.
Your only tattoos? Because I don't see any. Okay,
Oh, no,
not
I
that.
have around 7 tattoos. 2 of them are the ones that you put on me.
We
I
got
have
another
so
one
you
this
have
week.
that
we're
one?
doing.
Yeah, I have
Okay.
the
Shock Show logo.
Very
Shock Show
nice.
logo right there.
Very
and
nice.
then
Flex
I
that,
got
flex the muscles.
the piratey sort of thing right here with the skull and cross swords they did, and we have another one scheduled for next week.
Oh, okay, great.
Wow.
So yeah,
Well,
what
did you have in mind? What did you have in mind for me? Because I have no idea.
I told you we should do your logo.
On your
That's right.
ass.
We should do your
on my
logo,
ass,
and let's
yeah.
tattoo that shit live on the show one
Yeah,
day.
I'm down.
On your ass.
I want to watch that. Do
Oh,
it.
oh, you want to get my logo tattooed on you too?
No.
See?
I'm gonna watch.
Okay.
If you bring
I
a
already
lot
have
of beer, I'll let you help me tattoo him.
I'm down.
Wow,
I'll do
I
it.
can't wait to see this.
I'll
Right.
bet you
D has
can.
let me tattoo him.
Now, tell us about Hollywood Warrioress. And I don't know where's the time going. So we're almost done, but
Oh, well, I really wanted to show
or whatever you want to show. What do you got
me
going on?
and side. Look at this is me with a sword. So, I mean, I'm not kidding. I mean, this is just so freaking mystical that we're all together because I'm just so fascinated by everything that you
Yeah.
guys are into. And when you brought up Barnum and Bailey,
Can I
the
hold this in front of the
the
camera?
story of the circus is so awesome. I mean,
I haven't seen this whole movie, but what I've seen is you in medieval, somewhat skimpy outfits beating the shit out of people, which I
yeah,
like.
yeah. That's a
I bet your wardrobe is fantastic.
yeah. And
Now-
this is what it looks like.
Dude.
It's like a really cool movie, but I mean, I can't wait to. Oh, okay. Here we go.
So there's a sequel coming, right?
Well, we've already started the first episode.
Oh, so it's going to be a series.
Okay, now this is a feature film. This
Right.
is 90 minutes.
Hollywood Warrioress.
And it's on Amazon.com.
Don't let it overfill.
And then
By the way, the microphones are picking up you urinating. Yes, anyway, go ahead. So, Hollywood
I just got
Warrioress.
distracted for a minute, Mark. Forgive me. Forgive me. I mean, this is like,
He always has a.
this is
stuff
like
for us.
so amazing. I just can't, but I just have never.
You've never been on a show like this.
No, I've been on shows like this before. But I mean, I'm
Swords
just so
following and
amazed
peeing in
though, of
cups.
the mystic connection that's
Oh, with the
going on.
swords, yeah.
Yeah, with not just the swords,
'Cause you
but
shit your
I
pants.
mean the whole
Yeah.
thing. I mean, I just think it's absolutely amazing.
So,
Everything.
but now, do you don't swallow swords, but do you?
No, I learned how to use a sword and fight.
that for a movie,
and I'll
or-
just never.
We oughta
forget,
have a match
I'll
over
just
here.
Never forget. I had been partying in Canada. I had just done a film in Erie. You got to meet Len Kapuscinski. If you guys are ever out in Erie, oh my gosh,
Yeah.
he's a filmmaker out there. I mean, everything doesn't just happen in LA. But anyway, I just shot something for Len. I think it was Hellcat's Revenge.
Right.
Anyway, I took the train to Toronto and to meet some friends just to take a little break before I went back to Philly to shoot the final fight scene.
Right.
I was so partied out. get to Jersey I had to fight 9 professional swordsmen
What?
Wow.
in my movie. So the final fight scene in here, I was so exhausted. I had spike heels. It was 104 degrees.
In
we were
that
the
movie?
Pine Barrens.
I need to
Yeah.
see this movie.
Solid Warrior.
Hand that
The
over.
Pine Barrens, and then there were mosquitoes the size of like airplanes coming and biting me. I had the sword from Lord of the Rings. It was a replica, but for the movies.
You sure that's not product placement?
It was this big of a sword. You'll see. And I had to fight 9 people, and I was totally hungover, burnt out from partying all week in Toronto.
You're a true pirate.
Actually, it was outside of Toronto with some really cool friends of mine at this resort. But I flew in, no sleep, and here I am in the middle and I was so exhausted. And the choreographer, he's fabulous. They're called the Mystic Mercenaries. Back in New Jersey, they do all the Renaissance stuff and whatever TV stuff they have back with swords and stuff. So, so his name's Sean McGarry. He's great. He said, okay, Deb, you're going to do this and hold it like this and blah, 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 and then bam and bam.
Simple as that.
And I had to repeat it. I thought I was going to faint. 9 different sword. 7 hours of sword fighting in 104 degrees
And heels.
with the
But you
mosquitoes,
did all of it? You did
and I had
all
to
of it?
run.
Real,
and then I had-
real swords and real heels.
Oh yeah,
Oh God, there you
Hey,
go.
there you go.
Stilettos.
Stilettos. And
swords and
rolling.
stilettos, baby.
Start wearing stilettos.
But when you see
got a
that,
pair of pumps you
if
can
you
fit
do
in?
see
Step
the
up my
final
game.
I
fight
can't wait to see it. No, I do
no,
want to
when
see
you
this
see
movie.
the final fight scene, when I limp at the end,
You're limping.
and I have this sword like this, it's no acting
Wow.
whatsoever, and the sweat's pouring off of me.
Wow,
It's so cool.
unbelievable.
I can imagine.
Sounds like
But
fun.
that's how I learned how to work with
I
the
got a little
sword.
Warrior.
research to do. I got a little
yeah,
research
right.
to
We
do.
gotta
And
watch all
where,
our
where,
movies
where
now.
does the time go? No, she's got so many great movies. Where does the time go? I know you guys got one last trick for us.
Yeah, you got a little something.
Actually, we've been here a long time. We're kind of fucking hungry.
Yeah,
We're a
right.
little hungry.
I'm
ready to
starving.
eat.
Come on. Urination is not a trick. You've got to have something for us.
We do. We have fun for you. Go ahead, show
Okay.
'em. Open
Okay,
this
here we
up.
go. Here we go.
Open this thing up. I'm like,
This is a real light bulb. It's in the package,
It's a
so
real
you can
light
see
bulb.
that it's not like a sugar bulb. We're in LA. It's not like TV shit. It's not fake. It's 100% real.
Pulls out the knife. He's got the bulb.
yeah, I gotta get the bulb out. I mean, when it's freshly packaged,
Right.
Yeah, real,
Oh shit!
real
I mean,
life.
you can see.
bulb.
Oh,
I mean,
no.
go ahead, do me a favor. Don't drop this. Don't fucking
No,
drop
no,
this.
I only got one. Don't drop it.
But verify it's not like.
Is that a
it's
real
not fake.
glass light bulb?
It's
real glass, right?
freaking
It's real.
The real
Yeah,
deal.
it's real.
The
It's
real deal.
100% real.
All right, you move everybody. You're gonna get glass in your
my
cooch.
And hold on, before we go crazy though, before we
Oh
go crazy,
my God.
because I've been drinking the whole time, so you got to tell them the date and like all the information.
Oh, of course.
I'm
We're
just here
gonna
plug
get
it.
to that. Let's do the light bulb first, and then.
But you're gonna get a little taste of why you need to come out to Down the Hatches solo show, and no
Little
pun
taste,
intended
literally.
with the taste. Yeah, I'm
No
getting the fuck
taste.
out of here too, because
That's right.
get
You go, ladies and gentlemen.
God.
Real light bulb, real teeth.
oh!
fucking A. Holy shit. Fuck no, right? Right? Hey, dude, seriously?
What?
I need to eat the whole fucking bulb, man.
I'm hungry.
Oh, dude, that's
So I've seen people eat glass, but not the whole light bulb.
This is what I'm saying, dude. There's like
The
what,
metal and everything.
This fucking piece left. If you
There's
don't believe it's
leftovers.
real, go ahead, chew on that.
No,
Oh
that's
my
man.
God!
Oh, dude. Jesus Christ.
You're not gonna eat and swallow it.
How else is it gonna come
Oh,
out?
that's right. It's actually a 2-part stunt. That's right. He will chew this up completely. He will swallow it down. If you have a drink in your hand, put them in the sky.
Cheers.
Here we go.
Oh
salute.
my God!
But for the second half of this stunt, you need to meet him tomorrow morning in the bathroom after his first cup of coffee.
And it's all gone.
That's
You got to give him a hand for
Down
that.
the hatch without a scratch.
Oh my God!
You know, a man should never get off of the toilet from sitting down. And
Here's a
sleeping off.
souvenir for you.
That should just
Oh my
never-
God! You,
Keep the souvenir.
And sorry,
oh my God!
Does
We
your
got-
poop
we
get
got
glittery?
in
I've
a
heard that
frame for
happens.
the show.
Yeah,
It's not
like a
glittery,
little
but
box.
it sounds like a chandelier.
You got to keep this as a souvenir, a trophy.
Yes, I will.
The show.
Yes.
I mean, this is I've never
You guys
seen.
always. First off, D, always a pleasure.
No, but you
and-
took my breath away.
You're the man. Like seriously,
No, you're the man.
seriously. I'm not joking. This is my favorite show.
I
don't
love
give a shit
when
off
you're
you.
on. I
If
love.
you're like a punk. You the man, dude.
No, I'm not a punk.
Dude, I have a blast. We party. We hang
We
out.
always
drink.
hang out, man. We
You
gotta
know,
hang
I'm
out some
telling
more.
you, I love it.
We gotta
It's a
hang out
good
some
work.
more. You
It's a
didn't
great show.
invite me to your wedding, but fuck you. Anyways,
Oh, you know what?
Yeah, that was an oversight.
Let me tell you what. You know why people are angry at me? Because you know what happened too? Happened too fast.
I know.
We found out about the baby bump. We were like, oh shit, we gotta do this fast.
No, trust me, I knew it was a shotgun marriage. Anyway, so tell us about Down the Hatch. I'm gonna go.
All right.
That's only a sample of what you'll see down the hatch. Hour and a half of wild stunts and a great story.
Yeah, that's Down the Hatch, Tale of a Sword Swallower is my one-man show coming up. The date is February 25th at 8 o'clock p.m. at the Whitefire Theater at Sherman Oaks. It's an evening of storytelling, a little bit of sideshow lecture, and a whole bunch of sideshow stunts. There's sword swallowing, there's the light bulb eating, there's juggling, I'm even balancing an A-frame ladder on my face. It's apart from just me standing on stage talking to the audience, you're going to get a full show.
This sounds great. I can't wait.
Oh
If I'm not booked, I am definitely there. And how do people, you have a website, how people get a hold of you?
Actually, you know what? This is the best way to do it. Seriously, because I'm telling everybody right now, this is going to be one of those things. We purposely did it this way. This will never be seen again.
Right.
What he is doing and the stunts that he's doing, it will never be seen again ever. So whoever's asses are in the seats at the time that this show starts when the curtain's pulled, those are the only people for the rest of their lives who have experienced this with us and together. And that's what this is. It's not a huge show. It's not this. It's an intimate night with select people that are going to get to witness exactly what's going on. So honestly, right now, if people go to my Instagram right now, at DARINMALFI, at Darren Malfi, go to my Instagram. The link in my bio is how you get tickets. The first 10 people from this show that are listening to the Dark Mark Show right now on Renegade Radio, the first 10 people that respond to that post that I just said will be in the show literally for free. Not only will be in the show for free, but afterwards you'll get to meet this motherfucker and ask him whatever the fuck you want. You will get to talk to Cyrus Pynn, shake his hand, and ask him why the fuck is he doing this, and get your own answers, because that's what this is about. We're going to show you something that's going to blow your mind. You're going to think about it forever. Meet this motherfucker and have your own questions answered.
That's
Down the Hatch.
Down the Hatch. Go to Darren Melfi on Instagram. First 10 people get free tickets. I get to meet the man and ask him all the questions I didn't ask, but whatever. It's been an hour.
You'll find out in the show.
I can't wait. And Deborah, you've been such a delight.
You have
I
been.
really want you to come back, and there's so much more to talk about with you. Tell us where people can get a hold of you, any movies you got going on.
Well, all I gotta say is, Cy just took my breath away.
Agreed.
You doing
yeah.
splits
Right
of
back
all
at
of
you,
our
you
breasts
lady.
away.
Oh,
See
that's
that?
a
All
piece
the
of cake.
nonsense,
But
all the
I
good
guess it's the
one-liners.
same thing. But
Right.
that was just so amazing. Oh my gosh.
She thought I was actually going to do it.
Anyway, I just want to say that it's just been such an incredible experience. But like I said, I just feel like there's something mystical going on here
Yeah.
tonight.
This is the best.
I mean, it's beyond just like what you see and what you feel here. There's a lot going on, Mark.
You were fucking great. It was an honor to be on with you.
Oh no!
Seriously, I knew you were kind of like a heavy
do you
hitter,
have-
but
did you
after
have-
tonight and the questions he asked, and
Ditto.
like, you know what I'm saying? The
D-I-
homework he did, you're unbelievable, man. You're something else. Dark Mark, how come you know all the bangers, dog?
What can I tell you? Trust me, I put the bangers together.
Ditto.
Unbelievable.
Ditto.
Deborah Dutch
And-
on
Dark
Instagram,
Mark,
on
Dark
Instagram.
Mark,
Oh, yeah,
Dark
the-
Mark,
Twitter,
Dark
Facebook.
Mark, Dark Mark, Dark Mark, Dark Mark, Dark Mark, Dark Mark, Dark Mark, yeah!
Woo!
Deborah
Like a dog
Dutch
there for a
on
second.
all social media. The next time you're on, we're going to talk about Debbie Dare, Debbie Chaplin, all that stuff. But Deborah Dutch on all social media. What's the next movie that's coming out for you?
Well, I just did a TV interview for Night Mistress, but
Night Mistress coming out.
right. But I think the next film shoot is going to be the second episode of my Hollywood Warrioress, which is called War of the Gods.
Oh, I can't wait
And
for that.
we got the rainbow as a location. But I mean, if I get enough money, I'd love all you guys to be in it.
Of course.
And
be an
we'll write
honor.
anything. You know, we can write the
Cyrus
scenes.
will perform for you for free.
Yeah. Oh
Let you
no,
know. You
no.
ever need I'm telling you, you need a sword swallower to you know what I mean? But
you imagine a
look,
sword
don't
fight
just
between the
fucking
two of
call
these?
him on his cell. Don't page his ass. You call me first.
Yeah.
You call D. I know. I
Well-
get you. But I'm telling you, you need a sword swallower, a fencer guy, the stunt guy. I'm telling you, you need somebody to do something, a little pro bono. You know what I mean?
Well,
Maybe
the
buy his
thing-
ass a
well-
taco, a little pro bono for a
Hey,
taco.
listen.
This guy will come out and hook you up. Now you know a sword swallower.
The thing.
Give me another fucking DVD, by the way.
Let me tell you.
I got brothers at home that want some.
Let me tell you something. When you guys are on it, and because of the second episode, it's called War of the Gods, because in the first one, what happens is the whole universe is so shook up. Now there's a war between the good gods and the bad gods. Ooh. So
War of the Gods?
Yeah, so I already
War of the Gods.
I already did the first episode.
Perfect.
I have the rainbow as a location here, but so I want to shoot really fast because
I know how it is. Anyway, I can't wait to see that shoot. I can't wait for.
But
Mistress,
you guys are all gonna
Night
be
Mistress. I can't
Yes.
wait for all. I can't wait for the show.
Yay.
Down the hatch. Hannah, you'll be back in a couple weeks.
I will.
Beautiful,
I
Hannah.
never do this. I know we're running short on time, but like you're doing live shows too. Like you're a comedian. You're
Yes,
and
I'm
you're
doing all sorts of
the
funny.
reason why me and you are
You're
homies
all-
too, because it's like it's a niche thing. Like
Right.
I get your shit and I fucking love it.
Oh,
You
Can
know
we
what I mean?
just
Certain
take-
people or whatever, and I don't give a fuck. But like
Thank
I
you.
love
Can
your
we
shit.
just
And I'm
take
down
a
with
couple
it.
of stills
But
before
look,
we all
we
we
will.
will. We'll take photos. But look, we need to get this lineup specifically here on a live show and do a live show thing.
Hell
Let's do it.
yes.
Let's do it. Let's
You
do
know what I
it.
mean?
That
We
would
can do a
rock.
full show with this
Let's
lineup
do
right here.
it.
Let's
No,
make it
we're
happen.
gonna do the Dark Mark show live. That's coming in 2019. But everybody,
Dark Mark.
have a wonderfully creepy
Dark Mark.
week. Bye.
Bye.
Mark.
Mark.
Fuck yeah.
Do it, cheer. Oh, that was so awesome.
What a great
Split.
anniversary show. Wait.
That was our anniversary
This
show.
was our
That's
anniversary
our-
show.
It was the 1 year.
Oh, my.
Oh, by the way, that
Keep
was our
going.
first
Take it,
anniversary
take it.
show
Keep
here.
on working.
Happy
You
anniversary, Mark.
I want to thank everybody here at the Ruby. I want to thank
want to take a hit?
Sammy. I want to thank Trevor. I want to thank Leslie. I want to thank Morgan.
Shut the fuck up. You ain't thanking nobody.
Thank you, Hannah.
Look, all
Thank
it's
you, Mark,
look,
for
Happy
giving me this
anniversary.
it's only about Dark Mark,
Bye.
motherfucker. Dark Mark.
Wow, unbelievable. An hour went by so fast.